Okay. So we're here again with Chantal Mukandoli. I'm Ranece Gordon. I'm Black Women's Visions Research Coordinator. And as promised, we're back here with Chantal, who last time we talked about aging, we talked about acceptance and status, and some of Chantal's work, working in her community. And I found it only right to talk a little bit more about community, especially because Chantal is part of our community advisory committee and just our community in general. She's become part of my community. And Black Women's Visions is, we're trying to promote this online community. We're also trying to build more events where women feel safe and comfortable to join, no matter their status. In an effort to kind of reduce the stigma and discrimination that women feel going to like HIV specific events. So we're going to talk to Chantal a little bit more about community today. How are you, Chantal?
Thank you. Thank you.
You look
Yeah.
beautiful. You look absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that you could join us again today for our second little interview talk conversation. That we'll share again widely on the website. And these videos will join your videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me. What's up?
Yeah. So thank you very much for making me to discuss with you, Ranece, about the community. Yeah, I love that word mean community. Community is mean many things for me.
Tell us about it.
Because a community is a family.
Yeah.
Community is the people we meet and sharing what inside. Because one thing I want just to let you know, if you see me in the street without know each other, you will not know how I feel. You will not know what I want. You will not know where I come from. You will not know what I make. You will not know anything about me. Yeah. But the community, if I join this community, it means I need to know something. And I need to ask something. And I need to share something.
It's an effort to learn about these people
these
people you've kind of chosen in some ways.
Yes, yeah.
There's also communities that are kind of just put together and then they figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Community is a family. Apart biological family, this is a family I go there because there is a common.
Yes.
We share.
Yeah.
And then from there, I will get some support from that communities. Communities are people. I will get support from what they share there, and then they will get support from me.
Exactly.
What I share for them.
Right.
So that's why I value the community, and from the community is making me grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, I will never forget at all the communities because
been a part of.
I remember the time I come to Canada, 2006. To be honest, I didn't have a biological family here, but I meet people in the community. And for me, my feelings, this is my family now.
Yeah.
And I learn from them because I feel if I stay here in this community, I will learn more. For example, language.
Yes,
I will learn a culture. I will learn many things from the community. So for me, community is a lot for me. Is a lot. Yeah.
So that was like one of my number one questions coming into this conversation was like, what does it mean to be part of community? And I think you've already summed that up really, really well. I want to ask about your experience of like actually finding community. So in these different phases of your life, right? You like coming here as an immigrant woman, having to find your community. You talked about church, like joining a church. I feel like that is in a way, that's a way that you found community. What are other ways that you found community across your lifespan?
So the way I find community also, for example, if I went to the hospital, go to the clinic, go to the, some places like that.
Okay.
Because it's the way we go to the treatment.
Okay.
And then if I ask, maybe I can see the flyer there at the hospital, the clinic, and they take some flyer there. And they say, this is important. Oh, and then I read, oh, okay, this is a address. Oh, this is interested. Let me call and then let me see if I can go there and then participate.
Got it. So you're like actively looking for community kind of wherever you go.
Yes, yeah. Also, I can in the street car, in the train. Sometimes you can meet someone. Just you start for discussion. Then you ask, do you know, as a newcomer, for example, do you know some organization here? And then the person, if they have a phone, even in language barriers, maybe I speak broken English, and they take the phone and then they say, okay, let me search. And the person search. But it's not about conversation.
Yes.
It's not about ask. It's not about have information. So to get a community, it starts for somewhere. You wake up in the morning, not just stay in the house, close the door. At that time, you never know where is the communities.
True.
But if you go anywhere, just if you ask, open your mouth, if you are able to open your mouth, ask, when you ask your doctor, when you ask the nurse, ask so people in the clinic, for example, they can give you orientation, can give you information. But for me, I always search. So if me, I have information, for example, I'm always give information for other women. Say, okay, there is activities here. So I get this one. Maybe I get it from my email. Maybe I get it from the flyer. Is interested. So let me give other women to come and participate. And that's where we develop a communities. We make it grow the community and then be together and share. Is it like that? I do all the time.
Yes.
For make bigger the communities. Yeah.
So to that point, if you go to the hospital for an appointment, you look on this like bulletin board and you're looking for, communities of women, probably women living with HIV. That I want to ask about is those women who are more resistant to, disclosing their status and their status being known in public, who are feeling isolated and want community, but don't necessarily want to disclose. How might they find community that's not related to living with HIV?
Yeah, so to find the community is also the role of the person,
Right.
So, for example, there is some of the people, they don't want even to know where is the community to have services. not
Right.
just HIV and the other issues of health. There is some of the people, they are like that. Because what? That's why I said, ask. Ask is something, is for me, I can call it, is a platform for me, how to navigate the system.
Yes.
Without ask, without look, without knock the door, is a knock and the look and the ask. 3 things. Without
Not
do
look.
that, you never have any, you never have any support. You know?
Yeah.
So myself, I take this lead.
Okay.
Even I can put in the Facebook, I said, if you need the support, this is my phone number, call me. This is my email, call me. I will give you a direct, I will give you orientation. If you're a newcomer. And then I do sometimes, people call me. I don't even know them. And then I say, we see your email, we see your phone number. Can you help me? I'm a newcomer. Where are you? Some people, they are Mississauga, they are Hamilton, Oshawa, so they don't know where to go. So I tell them, can you come downtown? I give you direction. You know, so it's like that. It's like that, to be a platform, also the resources for the organization.
Yeah. So knock, look, ask. That's your mantra for finding community.
Yes.
Are you a part of communities that are outside of this, like women living with HIV group? Do you have other communities that you are engaging in on a daily, weekly basis? And what are they?
Yeah, so it depends. For me, that's why I told you I search.
Yeah,
It depends.
I know that you're a part of all of these communities. I want to know about.
Yeah, because I wanted to know, I can go to, since I learned about this technology, I didn't know before, but since that's why I wanted to teach other women who is edgy, to know how to search themselves.
Yes.
To know how to advocate themselves, to know how to look and then go to knock the door, or to ask, or to look. Looking is it the same as like a search,
right?
And then knock. So all those kind of things I wanted to share, to empower other women to be the same like me. It's difficult, but I will try. It's to try. Everything is to try. And then I know, because I have this communication skills myself, I know every woman, they understand how I navigate the system, because they know me. And they know me to say you are like a child is not you are a born child. No, because there is something you didn't know, and then you improve in the eyes of other people. You know, there is a people who knows me here, 2006, how I struggle to know how to communicate in English.
Yeah.
To share my experiences in English. They know me. So if they see me now, I grow means to improve. So now I'm there now for them.
Did you have a community of women that, or people, not even women necessarily, but people that helped you learn English? Or did you go to school for that? What was that process like?
So to be honest with you, I went to the ESL English school just 3 days. And then I said, no, Chantal, if you go to so I was sitting with it's not the judge or discrimination, but I feel like, no, what I want just to know in my mind, come to my mind. I want communication.
Okay.
First. Other writing, it will come just like that after I know how to communicate with people, because I'm a speaker.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm a speaker person. So I need to speak People, if they understand me, other things, writing or research, will come after that.
After.
Yeah. So I take that decision to be all the time in any activities around, to be in present, to be the first person to come.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from there, I learn. You know how I learn the language? I will just look at the people, the person who is presenting, because it's a French, and then I want to understand clearly what this person say. I look in the eyes for that person. I look everybody in the eyes for the people who talk, and I learn the language.
So you're not even looking at their mouths, you're looking at their eyes.
No, eyes.
So
The eyes, eyes, you know, eyes is the brain. Eyes connect with the spirit. And to know something, you need to love that. And look at it from your eyes. Connect with the word. Because HIV in all the languages, I know I even need to teach HIV in my dialect languages.
Yeah.
But I need to connect with this and to understand. And then it's like that. Just I start now to present, facilitate.
Okay.
It was a difficult because always I have someone to interpret, and then one day I said, no. I think what I say is not the way I supposed to tell the audience.
Oh.
Let me start now to create another way. So I started to create a PowerPoint to help me. In that time, I don't know how even need to do the PowerPoint, but I know how to talk. I know how to give it the subject. Okay, do this to me. So other things, leave it. I will go there and then I will present it. If I say broken things, at least the people, they understand.
They're seeing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know? And easy like that, I start, to be honest. I learn the language English in the group of women.
Yes, I felt that.
Not in the ESL. Even in writing, sometimes if I send you a message and then you reply, then I see, oh, okay. I think she corrected me indirectly. Okay. So next time, I don't want to put this inside. It's like that. It takes time, but you need to be patient and watch with your eyes.
Watch with your eyes.
Everything I watch with my eyes. And if I watch with my eyes, it's connected with the brain and the heart. That's it. For me, that is my experiences, how to work with the communities. And even how to work with the other in the group. I need to connect with them from my eyes first, to look at it like this, and then connect. After I connect with my eyes, I can sitting down. So I connect already. And then I will learn from them.
I like it. I feel like these are really tangible ways for other people to kind of understand how to find community too, if they're struggling.
Yes.
I feel like as like beautiful as a story it is, it also like really translates well into like, I can do this for myself. I think, you know, and yeah, I think that that's like really, really beautiful. This idea of looking people in their eyes. I personally am to learn French right now, and everything's too fast. Everything is, you know, I'm like, I get overwhelmed. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. So I'm gonna take your tip of looking people in their eyes, you know, ask questions, looking, knocking, asking, and see how that goes for me. But I like the idea of like Connecting, talking, asking.
Yes. And the knock.
And then community comes from that, right? Sometimes it's
Yes.
not about like community being the goal necessarily, like, oh, I need a community. It's just about connecting with one person. And that can be community. And or this person connects you with other people, and that becomes your community.
Yeah. Yes. It's like that.
Yeah, I think it happens really.
Otherwise, that's why I'm always looking in the eyes, because the eyes is not lies, and the eyes teach. Eyes teach. I learn everything from eyes of people.
So
If I
poetic.
don't, if I don't look at you in the eyes the time you are talking,
Mhm.
it means I'm not connected.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Now
the people, they don't know that.
I was gonna say, now I know I'm gonna be
Yeah.
watching when I speak to you.
Yes. Yeah. They don't know that. That is the connection. If we are, for example, this time, and then if we have a Zoom meeting online, and the people, they don't talk, you cannot even see them.
Yeah.
For me, I don't learn nothing, because I don't see you in your eyes to learn. Even if you talk with your mouth, I don't see your mouth,
Yeah.
because your mouth is talking, but I want to see in your eyes to learn more. What you say is the most important. And then I want to connect. Connection is not about the mouth. Connection is about the eyes, and the eyes is the heart and the brain.
That is beautiful. I also feel like you saying that makes me think of like our early days of community advisory committee meetings, uh,
Yeah,
where some women weren't comfortable being on camera, and
yeah.
can't tell women to come on camera. Part of being in the group was you show up, you have the autonomy, you have the independence to show up the way that you want to and be a part of this community. But I personally was struggling a little bit with that, where I wanted women to come into this group, interact with each other, and for this to be a sort of a community. And I felt like that wasn't necessarily happening in this group that we were having. Um, until women were coming on camera. So I feel like this makes a lot of sense for me now, where I was kind of struggling with this idea that like community wasn't being built, but there was such like potential for it to be built in this like small group. And I see now that, of course, again, we want to respect women's wishes and their autonomy and their, discomfort around, being open and about their status, even amongst other women who are living with HIV. But I think
Mm-hmm.
it's like a really important, I think, just like takeaway from this is like how some people really value this like face-to-face connection, and that's how community is built for them. And then
Yeah,
other women not so much. And so kind of striking the balance between these two things, asking the questions, being super transparent with women about like, I personally think that if people are joining on camera, more meaningful connections
more
are,
connection. Yeah.
how you feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
What's your, comfortability with this and that, and having that really open, honest conversation is something that we'll go through in our next phases of this. I think will be really good to take away from this conversation.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say, to add of that, because we are in this project,
Mm-hmm.
Black Women Vision Project. It means we are
Yes.
leaders in this project. So for me, it will take time, I understand, but is to create something like I don't know, to understand if someone is talking. I don't say to be in the camera all 2 hours or 1 hour.
Yeah.
No. At least if you want to talk, let me see you.
Let me see you.
Let me see you. Let me see you. Who is talking? Don't talk in the dark. It's not making me sense to understand.
Got it.
That is not a connection. Because you don't want to connect with me, with people. You want to connect in the dark. Because you put barriers, black things. We don't want to, we don't see you, we hear your voice. Who are you?
Yeah. But
I don't see you.
This brings us back to that point you said in our last talk about, oh my gosh, I just had this thought and I completely lost it. It was about, I'm trying to think of what now. I've lost it, Chantal. But you said something really profound, I think, that connects to this conversation. And what was it? I don't remember. It'll come back to me. It'll come back
Maybe
to
you remember. Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think again we have to be mindful about what women are connected. Oh, I remember. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you talked about stigma being the killer.
Yeah.
The reason that women aren't coming on camera during these meetings is because they're afraid of being stigmatized, right? Like they don't want their status known. They're afraid of the repercussions of that. You know, what if someone in the group is friends with this person's friend or family and says like, hey, I saw Chantal in this group. Even though everyone in the group is living with HIV, right? So this idea that women, there is a barrier there, I think comes back to stigma. And is something that I'm still struggling with, like how we kind of bypass that, right? Like we're having this conversation around how important it is for us specifically. I mean, this may not be for everyone, but us specifically to be face to face and have that kind of connection. You know, looking each other in our eyes and having that, you know, build this interaction and this connection for us, but not everyone feels that way. So I feel like we just have other conversations to have with more people about like, how can you feel comfortable coming on camera? Maybe it's just, you're right about like, you don't have to be on camera for the full focus group or the full meeting, just when you're talking, like how comfortable would you feel? What's the barrier? What do we need? What do you need to feel safe? And that's going to look different for everyone. But I think just more conversations around this could be helpful.
So I want just to add something about that, because everything we have we have ground rules. Ground rules, and even we have a meeting, we have a ground rules.
Yes.
First of all is to put confidentiality is something very important.
Yeah, privacy, confidentiality.
Because what we say here, stay here. Even it is in the Zoom, we will stay here because nobody will come in these activities we have in the meeting if he's not invited.
Yes.
Is to make people to understand that this is a Zoom you send to people to invite people who will be there. And then everybody who is there, what they hear, they need to live here.
Yeah.
After this meeting, you leave the meeting in this space.
Yeah.
Let's put all of us to understand we are in the meeting in person. We are in the room, privacy room. You see, this is a privacy room. So after this, you go out, it means you go out without nothing. You leave everything there. And then we have the documentation to sign it of a confidentiality. I think we signed that.
Like a contract.
We signed that. Yeah, contract, yeah. About the confidentiality. So everybody, they have that in mind, okay, this room is safe, is secure. This means is secure. People who is there that know we are here, what we talk, stay here and they don't go anywhere.
I do
so
think
at that point, at that point, people they understand better. And one thing someone just to add, they don't need to stay all day in the camera. At least, if you want to say something, send that a document of agreement of confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to talk, open your camera and tell people what is your thought. And they close the camera if you want.
And then, yeah.
But talk, yeah, but that is the respect. How to respect other people. Because Ranece is there, she's talk about anything, she open camera to tell people. You don't even know where that person is. So I think if you send email, we have a meeting. People, they know we have a meeting. They will know, okay, that we have a privacy also. We try themselves to have a privacy where they can participate. Yeah.
So for our first meetings, and we developed the community advisory committee meeting, and yeah, we had those, we had a contract. It had also agreed to be on camera.
Yes.
One of like the criteria, like if I put out a statement around like, this is what we're kind of building. We're meeting once a month for 12 months, and criteria is to participate, and criteria is to camera. And so everyone that joined knew that that was the criteria. But when things were actually happening, it was still very difficult for people to join on camera. So I really like this conversation around like the privacy agreement and making sure that women know this. I think having a criteria is really awesome. I do think still that there are just like conversations to be had around this more often, so that, and even to talk to women about like, is it discrimination and stigma, or is it something else? Is it that you're in a place where, you know, maybe it's not so much that as it is just like, I'm in a place where other people's privacy needs to be protected or whatever, right? Like it could be so much. But I do like this conversation around like, what do I need in a community to feel safe and respected? You know, you want to see people, I want to see people. I think that that's awesome, you know, for the same reasons that you think that this is important. What else makes you feel seen or understood or heard or valued or respected in community spaces? What else?
For me, I think my self-esteem that will make me to go away from that stigma. Because even it to be in the camera is a self-stigma. To feel like, oh, I don't want to be in the camera. Maybe you are at home, you are in a pajamas, you didn't maybe come because you want just to be home. That is no problem. For us, is to for myself, I feel like this is a room, is closed for people as was invited. The matter I look today, maybe tomorrow I look somebody else. Maybe I didn't have the time to come, but I want to participate. That is no judgment. That's why our grand rules, no judgment, no confidentiality is there. So, you know, sometimes if you have a meeting, people talk, so need to mute it. So many things around. I think also to remind that every single day, to remind people.
Every time
because to remind people, maybe sometimes people they say, oh, okay, so we signed that. Maybe it's not important. We sign it. And then if we do this, Ranece don't say nothing. So it means it's okay.
This is the standard.
Yes. But we don't force people to do something. Also, is it the respect? Because we have grand rules, respect. But respect also, we need to respect the rules. After,
no, it's a double bind.
I told you, if I don't see you like this, I don't know how to answer questions. I saw all the question, but if you don't ask me, my answer will come automatically because I see you, what you want from me.
Got it.
Yeah, I can see you in your eyes, and then it's coming automatically to connect what you asking. But if I don't see you, that you see somebody is talking, you close even you are the coordinator, you come, and then you talk, you are not sure. You talk just like that, and then without video.
Yeah.
How me, Chantal, will learn what you want me to do?
What you
No.
want, what I'm trying to facilitate, what the space is like.
Yes, yeah.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other things?
Or if you are busy, maybe you are busy, just the time you want to talk, good morning, you introduce yourself, open the camera. Let people know who they talk to. You want to give some comment, open the camera and close the camera. That is no problem. But I hear the voice. I don't even need which that person.
You're like, who's talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know what I'm thinking of though? Is in this world, obviously we live in a digital world, like having Zoom meetings has been really, really helpful throughout COVID to like still connect with people. But we can also have in-person events now or in-person meetings, or, I know obviously there's barriers to that too, like getting everyone in the same place because this is an Ontario-wide project.
Yes.
Getting everyone in the same city even can be really hard. But I think having that option would be really cool too, so that, again, for you and I who really value seeing people in person or seeing people face to face, like that, that barrier is kind of alleviated there. And maybe through that, like meeting people in person, we will develop connections that way and people will feel more comfortable to come out. I think this is, again, just like the beginnings of this conversation will translate into like, new phases, new solutions for later, new decisions. But I like the ideas. Is there anything else that you can think of when it comes to community, what you need to feel heard, understood, valued?
Yeah, so other things come to communities is how, participating in person also is that was the big connection.
Yeah.
Because it is energy to energies,
The eyes.
So at that time, we see, because some of the people, they don't talk, and some talk. So is it to find out how we can help these people who don't talk to start talking, and they start sharing. Because if there is a subject, for example, about HIV, some of the people, they don't want even to talk about it.
Yeah.
How we encourage, empower, or motivate this woman to start talking, at least to talk about it.
And it could just be
to share,
it could just be being in the space sometimes, maybe the first event, you're not talking, you just want to observe, and then you become more comfortable the more kind of time around the same people, and you see how other people communicate. Maybe it's that too. And that doesn't necessarily happen in virtual meetings either.
Yes, it cannot happen in a virtual. We still just hiding because there is not that energy. Energy for Chantal can have energy, can make it closer energy for other women.
Yeah, bring them closer.
And then they started to feel like, oh, okay, energized.
Yeah.
And then they start open, they start to talk something, even to talk beside someone, beside the person is also talking.
Yeah.
And then after 1 month, 2 months, they come out, somebody was not talking, start to talk, ask a question, started to know. It's like that because energy, they connect with energy to energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the virtually like this,
It's hard.
is still be a big issues.
Yeah.
Because they want to talk in the dark. They don't want to show. For me, like me, I say the eyes, that is making me to learn.
Yeah.
And that is making me to connect. So now in person, I connect direct, I connect, I feel like I'm strong now. I can say something is,
Yeah, you've been built up a little bit, right? Like you're
yes,
feeding
yeah,
off of
yeah.
other
I feel
people.
good,
Yeah.
emotional, physically, spiritual. I feel good because you can feel it, energy in the room of people they have been present.
Very much so.
Yeah. So that is the difference.
So all of this conversation is really cool. I feel like I'm thinking of my own communities and this question of like, what do you need to feel understood or seen or heard or valued or respected? Like, the thing that comes to mind for me is transparency. And so like people being really honest about where they're at,
Yes.
in just like all senses, all forms, I think is like really something that I value to feel part of community.
Yes.
And I think it's hard because you want to show up really authentically to like the communities that you're in. And I think that doesn't necessarily mean that people are going to do the same to you, right? Like some people,
No,
and I
no.
think that can be really hard. And I've seen people like respond to that where they're like,
Yeah.
I was really myself. I
They
really,
learn.
and you, exactly. And I think that can be, yeah, just like like you said, a learning experience for people where
Yeah.
it doesn't mean not to show up authentically. It doesn't mean not to show up super transparently just because you haven't been met with that.
Yeah.
That's kind of something that I don't know how this would translate necessarily to the website or, these events that we want to have, but just encouraging people, I think, to show up as honestly as they can in that moment, wherever they're kind of at, I think would be a really important thing to lend to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people, that's why I say all the time, people, we are different.
Yeah. Oh no, we're frozen.
Where we create a communities because we are different. And then if we put it together, everything will be okay. And then we develop something better. So it started slowly. I know one of the lady in a group, she was not talking at all. Always she was sitting beside me and they look at me. And they always, if I look at her, she look at down. One day she told me, me, I love the way you talk. Your English, I love that your English. She don't talk at all. And one day she told me, Chantal, you inspire me. Me too. I will take my decision. I will start asking question.
No.
I say, good. I love that. Oh, is that why all the time you look at me in my eyes? Yes, I look at your eyes, but I feel like you are your eyes is strong, and then I don't know. Then I'm shy. I said, don't be shy. Is it to look at in my eyes that you will learn, and that will be strong. To be honest, the lady started to ask a question, started to talk, and they be peer, and then we work together, and then I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of what people told me. I wanted to be like Chantal. I wanted to be the way she talk. She's starting the way she talk. She don't have any fear. She don't have any shame. I want to be like her, but I still have a reserve.
Yeah.
You see, because of what? Because learn is not just a today.
It's a process.
No, it's a process. And the people who don't talk, it's not me, they don't know They don't know what they do. They know a lot, but their time for talking is not there, but is continue to empower them, to give them energy, energy. One day they will start talking and they will start sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe that too is a lesson for us who are sometimes
Yes.
frustrated in these groups of people that aren't talking.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
maybe it's just a matter of, maybe
Yeah.
you're intimidated like this woman was of your eyes, like you, and maybe it's about, again, just encouraging, but also creating a really safe space for people to understand that this
Yeah.
energy is pure and it's right and it's, I'm showing you my
Yeah.
eyes, whether you're showing me your eyes or not, I'm still gonna create space for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
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 So I like the event we have in December at Hamilton. You see the women, some they was not talking. It's not means they don't observe.
Yes.
They learn and they observe. So I saw this, they come timid, they don't talk. They look at it. Me, I just talking because I know they're my sisters, they're my children. Some I'm older than them, and then no, I want to encourage them to feel home, to feel like all of us we are sisters.
Yeah.
No matter the color of the skin, we are the same. We are people. We are human. We come here to learn how to use this website, all of us.
Yeah.
But after we take a, people started food, and then I see
Pictures.
fun.
That's it. They just needed some energy. They just needed the food because after food,
Yeah,
right, people were pictures.
everybody there was a talk. There was ask a question. There was a, so I was a surprise. I said, you see, that's what me I love.
It was the food. That's what we need.
Yeah, a beautiful food. Everybody was happy. Huh?
Yeah.
Happy.
But you're right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it took some time. Like that was like a 3-hour event. And you're right. The first hour was very quiet. And then it started to
Yes.
pick up and
They
people are getting
started to be energized,
exactly.
started to feel good. Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah.
If you have a data, for example, that where you see like a funding, that is the problem.
Yeah, we know.
Mhm.
We know.
Funding. But if you will have a funding, we can have a, that group every month.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah.
Would be the
And
cool.
every month, people they will know each other more.
Exact.
After people they will know each other more.
Exactly. They'll
They
bring a
will know.
friend.
Oh, yeah, they will talk each other. They will have a fun. And they will ask a question each other. Where are you living? What is your phone number? Because we know each other for all the time we see each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be
So
beautiful. That's my
funding, that
dream.
is a problem.
That's my dream. Okay, so
Yeah.
this actually leads me into a question around like what Black Women's Visions has provided to you. And I say
Yes.
that, and I understand that we're still a very small community. And I also
Yeah.
understand that you've been doing work in communities like way before you were involved with Black Women's Visions. But I'm
Yes.
wondering what Black Women's Visions has provided for you so far.
Oh, a lot. For example, let me tell you the truth, because before I didn't even know how to know to navigate, to open the website, and then to look some resources to put to create maybe that movie. It is like a movie video,
Yeah.
and then to put there. It takes me time. So okay, let me do this. Let me create this. Okay, let me hear if it's good. Let me do this. Let me create. I want it to. So it making me to understand how to be creative.
Okay. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be creative and to do something good. And to do something people they will learn from,
Mm-hmm.
and to create something people they will give their comment. Oh, this is good. And to make me again next time to change
Better, yeah.
better.
Or different or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is something very special for me.
I'm glad.
Yeah, this Black Vision, Black Women Vision project is a very special project for me
It also
because it's
brought
making me
us,
to learn.
yeah.
And then how to meet Ranece, how to discuss with her, how to communicate with her, how to ask, can I do this? This is good. Okay, if I send it like a script, can you correct this? So I learn a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
And to be connected with you, like this idea that eyes teach and, you know, how to become part of community. I mean, this is just from our conversation right now, but
Yeah.
you've taught me a lot about interacting with women in general, women living with HIV, language to use, you know, what is not appropriate,
Yeah.
how to engage women a little bit differently or better. You've brought women into the space, like that event, you brought people I'm now connected with, which is just so amazing as well. I was thinking when you were talking about even like the ways of being creative, I remember asking you like, do you have an Instagram? And you were like, I don't know if I have an Instagram. I'm not sure. And then I looked and you have an Instagram. You have a photo, you have a, you know, like
Yes. I have a video, I have a YouTube. So now it's a lot for me.
that's exactly it. You're on so many different platforms
Yes.
in so many different ways now, which I think is also
And then if I told people, now I joined a powerful group, powerful committee, and I learned. So I have a video on a YouTube. Is it something? Yeah, it's something very bigger because
yeah.
to be in a YouTube, I can create it. I'm a star.
You've been a star long before
Yes,
YouTube.
because of Black Women Vision Project. I'm a star because how many people in the world they watch on my YouTube
Yeah,
and they learn from what I say.
exactly.
You see,
Yeah,
so it's
beautiful.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
is not just in Canada. It's all the world.
Yes.
Can see it. They can learn from that.
Yes, because in the
Yeah.
website like analytics, we can see where people are clicking from. And I see
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm always astonished
Mm-hmm.
when I see, you know, people or clicks from Ghana or, you know, Australia.
Yeah.
Like I'm like blown
Mm-hmm.
away by that. So that's so
Yes. So it's a lot. So for me, is a for me is not just a project. Is bigger than that. Is making me to be creative, to change to change my what they call it, to change vision is a thinking, vision is thinking, and then making actions. It making me to put my thinking to be in action,
yeah.
and after action, that action is to be habit.
Okay.
Habit is means if I put in the YouTube, people they have habit to come and they open and they see, and they may come and they see how many people they open this,
Yeah.
and then that is in my feature.
Chantal, you have some great one-liners, okay?
Mm.
You know, thinking into action into habit. Like
Yeah,
beautifully, beautifully said.
yeah, yeah. And then if it's a habit, that is a destiny. Yeah.
We're gonna make you a movie star.
Mm-hmm. Please. Yeah, I can do it. You know, I have that talent of talking. So now I told the women, I say, you know what? Yes, Ranece, she's in a vocation if she come back. So, you know, it's not about if I prepare the script, for example, for one topic.
Yeah.
What I write down is not that why you follow. No. You need to know how to act from the title, just a little bit, and then you follow. You follow. This one follow. And then you follow what the person talk about. And that is a movie.
Yeah. And you look
it's
in their
not
eyes.
just what you learn. No. The movie, you start just to know the title and the person who starts. So you follow. And then another one follow. Another one follow. If you're 15 minutes, you done the movie.
Yeah, because it just comes.
Yeah. Yes. And then if you wanted to say part 1, part 2, you continue.
Yeah.
But to know the beginning of the subject, is that one people act a movie. Movie is not just the script we write. That is just a report. It's like a report to show the funders how you act it. But acting movie is not the script we put. No. It's not a poems. Poems, you go there, but act a movie. If I want to talk about how is your name, what did you eat? I ate this. Oh, I love that. Oh, how do you cook that? I put this and this and this. So you connect with that subject, but you start cooking something.
Right. But it's like an interaction, like a
Yes, yeah.
seeing it fold out or play out.
Yeah. Or so we start about the food, cooking fufu. Oh, cooking fufu. Oh, okay. So you know me, I do this. Oh, I saw the lady go there and then they buy that. I love it. How you so you know if you cook so easy like that. Is that the movie? And then that Black women vision give me this talent, give me this opportunity to be creative.
But that's it. The talent was already there. Don't get confused. But I'm glad that we were able to make those first videos, and hopefully we can continue them. That would be really fun.
Yes, true.
So my last question for you.
I love.
Oh,
yes.
Go ahead.
No. I was wanted to say through this this project, I will be another level.
I'm glad. I'm another level because of this project. So I'm glad that we
Thank you. Yeah.
My last question for you, Chantal, is what's missing from the Black Women's Visions community?
So what is missing? I think we don't have a lot of women to join us.
Yeah.
That is one thing. And what is missed also, I will continue to say about it, is the funding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is missed also, we need to have people like how to connect in person, to have a retreat, for example, to go to the retreat and then discuss about something, to stay maybe 2 days. Or 2 days. 2 days is enough to learn about this and then to connect.
Yeah.
That is missed. But all those kind of things, and even education, even presentation, space everywhere is a funding.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I agree with you. One of those things, the first thing, engaging women, we talked about being like just kind of difficult. Like after COVID, it was kind of difficult. We were really expecting women to go to aid service organizations, connect with the workers that they had been in contact with, and these workers to be like, hey, look at this cool website.
Yes,
kind of ruined that. So we've been doing a lot of the promotion, but we're doing it online instead of face-to-face where we're talking to people. So we do need to get to more events, where Black women are and do that work more in person. I think would be really, really cool, especially after this conversation of like, how do we connect with people? We're doing it in person. They're hearing us, they're seeing us, they're looking into our eyes. So I think that would be like, again, a really cool lesson to bring from this and like advancing this project, bringing women in, instead of just being like a link and being like, join this community.
Yes, yeah, join
Right?
this community, yeah.
Like doing
So
that.
other things I want just to add on that. I
Yeah.
think not just community member or committee, advice committee, just you want just to build this project.
Right.
I think it will be also good because that's where I was to talk about the community. So we have different communities, and then we have some of the service providers who work with community member.
Yes.
I think also if we have an event, just to see how we can invite all the service providers
Okay.
and then talk about this. And all the organization, just one person, like for us who is a committee,
Right.
and invite people, service providers, different organization,
Yeah.
and they come also to join us, or you can just create that just for service providers.
Okay.
How you have this project is there as a platform, so they can also know how to give you information, so work together. This will be a platform for those community members who work with service providers, who work with community.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And something that we can look forward to doing later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that because this is a very strong platform.
I think so.
Very strong. To make a Chantal in YouTube. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
To be honest, it is something I was waiting for, but I didn't have it, but I have from this project. So
Yeah.
it's very, very powerful.
Yeah, and you can
Very
build
powerful.
on that, which is the goal, right? Like, we have another community advisory committee member who is a photographer. Like she takes pictures. And so she's been adding to the Instagram. So some of that was
Yes.
just like, what do you already do that you really like? What do you want to be doing that you haven't been able to do?
Yes.
How can this
Yeah.
project
Yeah.
encourage that? So I'm glad that we got to do that, and I'm hoping to make more movies. That would be really fun.
Yes. Yes, dear. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Chantal, we've talked about aging, we've talked about stigma and discrimination, we've talked about mental health, we've talked a lot about community now. We've talked about how to make the project bigger and better. We've talked about putting you into a movie star. We've talked about
Yes.
how eyes teach.
Yes.
We've talked about how women can, look and knock and ask for community, and sometimes
Yes.
really hard, but taking that initiative is really important. And we've talked
And the
about how to
self-esteem,
and self-esteem. We've talked about
relationship, healthy relationship, in a healthy relationship. So we talk about many things.
and we can continue
Yeah.
again in our next phase, which I'm really excited about. I'm so excited to have you on this team. It's become better because you're a part of it. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to
Thank you. Thank you so much. You did big, big. Big. For me, to be, I don't know if you know me now.
I do.
For me, if it's something is good, I will tell it's good. And then it really is good. And then it's a blessing.
Oh, I love that.
It's a blessing. To be honest, it's a blessing project because it's making people to another level.
I hope so.
Especially to know how to use the technology, how to get the services for themselves.
Yeah.
You see?
That was my vision. That was my mission.
Yes.
You had one coming here, and I had one as well. So I'm really grateful to be a part of this vision and mission, and I hope to be more a part of yours. So thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you too. Thank you.